Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day and I hope you've got something delicious planned for dinner. Listen, I have thought about this all day and I really wondered, what I'm making is Swiss steak and it's our family's recipe. So I thought, I wonder if that's the way everybody makes their Swiss steak. So I did a little investigating. Pretty much it is. But we are going to actually cook ours on top of the stove. I don't know why we've always done it that way. Several recipes I saw today actually have it, once you finish all the stuff on the top of the stove, stick it in the oven. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to finish it on the stove. That's just the way we've always done it. So I don't know why, but that's the way we like it. Swiss steak is just a round steak. And where I've got it to this point is I've just salted and peppered tenderized round steak. And that's just my choice for things like this. And then I floured it pretty good and put it in a little olive oil and butter and browned it. While I was doing that, I went ahead and sliced up an onion. We're going to put a little more onion in here so it could be browning with it. I don't know if you can see. Look at these brown bits on the bottom. When I get some liquid in here, I'm going to try scraping some of those up because, man, that is just pure flavor. So those are going. Let me take this off. These are wonderful. Just kept my stove from getting splattered. So that, we won't need that. We're going to put the lid on. The only thing that I did with my onions is I sliced them and took the skin off, cut them in half, I mean. And then a real thin slice. That's all we need because that's kind of the size I did my peppers. And that's all Swiss steak is. It's going to be steak, onion, peppers, and tomatoes. And we love stewed tomatoes, so that's what I've got to go in here, are just some stewed tomatoes. So we're going to let that one set. We'll just put this in here. And I've got one little red pepper. I just found these at Sam's, package of 6, a really good price, and they were multicolored peppers. And that just makes it so pretty. So that's the way we're going to do our peppers. Let me get that sliced off the stem. Kind of try to get rid of some of these seeds. And if you're not using a garbage bowl, boy, I recommend it just because that saves the mess on your counter or cutting board and keeps you from having to run back and forth to the trash. I love it. So these, just like you saw me do on the other ones, let me get my little paring knife. Nice and thin little strips. They don't have to be super thin. That's just the way I like them. But you know what? It's just what you like. If you don't like peppers, I guess you could omit these. But I don't know. But it would be good, I guess. Whatever you like. That's why it's so fun to cook for yourself. You can do what you want. Got our peppers in there. Look, I wanted to show you my cute little apron too. Isn't this adorable? I went downtown, Fort Smith. Creative Kitchen is down there, and it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got food that you can order. You can have cookies and cakes and all kinds of things made, but it's got tons of kitchenwares. And I picked up a few things, and I picked up this cute little apron. It is a Jessica Steele Bring Happy Home. And I thought, well, it does look happy. It just makes you happy. Okay, we are ready to put our peppers and onions in here. Let's get those dumped in. This is going to cook for probably an hour after we get all this in. But I'm going to get these kind of distributed around. I've got some, it's just water with a little bit of broth. But I want to get our tomatoes in first and see how much liquid we need. Because it is going to cook for quite a while, you are going to make sure it's got some liquid. But you can always come back and check. The one thing too, when you get the liquid in, really start moving that brown bits off the bottom because that is just going to be delicious. And I can tell we are going to need some more liquid. And I guess that's another reason I like having it on top of the stove. If I'm walking through and I'm doing something, I can open that lid, move some stuff around, check our liquid. But this is going to just melt down and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to put about half of this in. I went ahead and dropped a couple of little beef bouillon cubes in, 2 cups of water. I use these bouillon cubes a lot. I've used the chicken in my green beans, and then I'll use them in stews and soups a lot. when it gets a little bit cooler too. But anyway, that's basically it. I'm going to put this on probably about a medium to start, and then I'll watch it. Make sure we're getting the meltdown that we need on those vegetables. So let me grab my lid. All we're going to have with this is some rice and those vegetables over that rice to die for. We're going to let this set and cook, and we'll be back probably right about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, and we will plate us up some delicious dinner. So we'll see you right back here. You know what time it is. It's this time of the evening when we are just about ready to sit down to dinner. It's always nice to sit down, just have a nice meal, nice conversation, you know, just talk about your day. But I wanted to, before I plate our dinner, I wanted to show you these peaches. They are gorgeous. These are from Riggs Orchard in Spiro. We drove over on Saturday and we got this, and we have shared with my mom and her husband, and we brought some more back for a guy at church, but it's delicious. Just peel them and eat them. I may actually come up with something to make these, to use these for, and if not, we'll just eat them. But Riggs Orchard in Spiro, they have a Facebook page and they're easy to get to. Run on over and get you some peaches. Okay, but now to the end of our day. Let's plate us up some Swiss steak. This is just that long grain rice that I showed you that I had the other day, my 10-pound bag. So we're just taking some rice, putting it on the plate, as little or as much as you want. This has got a little bit of, I had made up that water with the beef bouillon cubes in it, and I didn't use all of it. So I had to have 3 cups of water, so I used what I had, added the rest of the water, and made the rice. Then we'll just grab us a piece of steak, put it on here, get some of these delicious vegetables. I'm telling you, that is delicious on that rice, those big chunks of tomato, big strips of pepper. So that is what we're having for dinner this evening. And then we may just have us a big peach sliced up for dessert. So I hope you'll try this. It's easy. You just have to make a list, get some stuff at the store, slice it up, put it on the stove, and enjoy.